Hello peoples. In today's video we're going to do something a little bit different. Normally I review ships for you and all that stuff. Today what we're going to do is talk about how to get a token for the F7C Mark II that CIG released just a little while ago. So it was a concept ship, not concept ship really, but a direct-to-fly ship with a promo in it. And the promo is that if you do all these in-game missions and everything that CIG is going to release for us, called the Overdrive Initiative, then if you complete them all, we'll give you a token to allow you to upgrade the F7C Mark II all the way up to the F7A, which is the military version of the Hornet. Really, the only difference here is going to be in the ball turret on top. The F7A has size 3 weapons that can be mounted on it, whereas the F7C Mark II only has size 2 weapons mounted on it. So you get a little bit of a DPS increase if you get the A. Other than that, I think the missions are kind of interesting. The first set, which is going to be a total of 5 in a series, are for the Intel raid that you have to do. They're all bunker missions. We ran across some interesting, how shall we say, bugs or issues, and we've got a couple tips for you to make it a little bit easier. The first mission you could pretty much solo on your own if you wanted to, and if you're good with, FPS shooters and that kind of things. But you really want to do this as a group, and the reason being is because these do get progressively harder all the way up to the last mission. So get yourself a snack, a tasty beverage, sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, get the mission obviously. It's a 1 of 5. For the first one. It's pretty simple. If you're good with FPS, you could probably do it on your own, but you want to have friends, right? Because that's good. I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, I probably don't want to know what's going on here. So, yeah, if you have friends like this, maybe you want to run everything solo. Just saying. I'm going to have a talk with these guys later. Jeez. Okay, moving on. The other reason why you want to bring friends with you is because if you get to a bunker and you notice that the elevator has already been deployed down, there's a very good possibility that there's already players doing this bunker. So PvP interaction is highly probable, and you always want to have friends when that happens. Be prepared for it. As you can see here, I only have 27 rounds in my FS9. Not a good thing. You're going to find out why here. I'd like to point out this civilian right here. More about him later on. We're going to kill him. But yeah, those are players. Yeah. And here I should have gotten a kill, but yeah, I had to reload, which resulted in my own death. So let my death serve as a reminder. Always be ready for PvP. And yeah, you're going to have to brush up on your skills. So, typical bunker, right? Once you clear the first and second level of the bunker, you're going to go into the server room in the back. You are going to need a hacking chip from Grimhex, or if you remember that civilian back there, he'll have a passcode key. If you go and you look to loot the civilian there, you probably won't see it if you just do a normal loot. Make sure you open up the pockets, the shirt, the backpack that they have on, little chest rig that they have on, because in every single instance we were able to get a pass key from the civilian. And what that does is you don't have to hack the server. If you don't have to hack the server, it saves you a little bit of time, and you don't get this, a reactionary NPC force that comes down on you very quickly if you are trying to hack the server. So that's our first tip of the day. Now, the other reason why you want to have friends with you doing this is, as you're going to see, while we wait for the data to be downloaded after we gain access to it, we're going to have to reset the cooling system for the servers that you see in the server room. So you're going to need to be in the server room pretty much at all times. The people that you bring with you that are doing the mission will have to be on the first and second level because, as you'll see later on in the video, there are terminals on the walls that you will have to look at that will give you the override code to continue cooling. If the server does not get the override code in enough time, basically you lose the server and it slows the whole process down. If you lose enough servers, you will fail the mission because you won't be able to get the data out. So right here on the first and only mission that you get that will show you where the server that is overheating is with a tag, as well as where the console for the code is. So if you notice, we've got two little indicators there. This only occurs on the first mission. After this, those indicators go away and you have to find it on your own. It's not too difficult to figure out which server is overheating in the server room, but you are going to have to run around and look at these panels on the two different floors of the bunker. So here's an example of what to look for right there. These panels are all over the place. They're on the wall, they're up by the stairs, and you got to look for them. Here's an example of what happens when you need to find the code. As you can see, we've got the reset code and the server number. That comes into play later on in higher tiered missions where one or more servers at the same time can be overloaded. So you need to put the right code in with the right server, otherwise, again, it fails. Okay, some of the problems that we ran into. That blue indicator, you don't have to interact with it or anything like that, but if you're in a bad server, it may not render for you, even though it's really there. So you really want to have more than one person on a level, and you want to check each other's panels at all times. Another thing is, if you have enough people, go ahead and camp out in front of the spawn elevators, kill the NPCs as fast as possible. In some cases, they may teleport out of there behind you and kill you. Not so good. And then last but not least, on the final mission, you get this boss that will show up with the armor. It's the Xenothreat helmet and all that stuff that we see in the videos. So if you're into armor, it's a good one to, collect. This is what it looks like. Not bad. Other than that, bring plenty of ammo. Make sure you resupply out of your backpack a lot, because you will go through a lot of ammo. And make sure you have med kits and med guns. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like, subscribe, and notify button, because it will help out the channel greatly. And I will be doing another video very shortly on the priority targets mission, which comes after this. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably be released before the end of next week. Probably in the middle of the week is what I'm looking at now. So, as always, stay safe, see you in the verse, and take care.